Before we get into the podcast today, I just want to remind everyone that we got our 4th of July t-shirts for sale right now. So you guys should go over to thegardenstate.com, get yourself a shirt, be the coolest one, the freshest looking one at the barbecue this 4th of July with your Garden State 4th of July tee in hand. We also have a bunch of other things on the website, so you should go check that out.
Josh, it's Father's Day weekend coming up in 2 weeks.
Oh, how did I forget about that? Father's Day's coming up. Perfect Father's Day gift, Josh.
If your dad likes New Jersey,
yes,
get him a Jersey piece of merch. Get him a hat or a shirt or a keychain.
So smart.
From your favorite New Jersey brand. The headquarter for all things New Jersey.
Nothing says I love you, Dad, more than some New Jersey merch.
Yeah. Nothing says you love him, your dad, more than putting money in my pocket.
Oh, yeah.
As a dad.
Keeps us alive. Keeps us fed, brother. That's why we need it.
God bless.
Thank you guys for the support. Back to the pod.
Hey, this is Jersey. You're listening to the Garden State.
You're listening to The Garden State, the only New Jersey podcast that gives you all the news you need to hear this week. My name is Josh Sobo.
My name is Josh Shomek.
And I'm Jimmy Parks.
Welcome back, everybody. It is June 6th. Summer's already on the move, man. It's coming. It's coming and going.
It's like, what?
Oh, yeah.
4 weeks until 4th of July?
Yeah. And then like...
Well, technically you have 2 weeks until summer.
Yeah, but...
So summer starts June 21st?
It's June 21st, yeah, technically.
Till September 21st?
But it feels like summer already because it's been so hot and muggy.
Yeah, but when does it go till September 21st?
Yep, it's always the 20th or 21st. That's how I remember it.
See, the issue with that is September isn't summer in my brain. It's just like...
Once school starts, it's over.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that.
Well, really, once 4th of July
Like Labor Day
happens,
weekend is the end.
Yeah. It's all downhill from there. And then you get into the local summer on the Jersey Shore. But...
Yeah, but then you get into the fall, which is nice too.
Cold.
What's the local summer of the Jersey Shore?
It's when all the vacationers stop coming down to the Jersey Shore because everyone's back at school and stuff.
Well, that's Labor Day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then in September, you get into what they call local summer.
Never heard of that in my life. That's really cool.
So what does that mean? All the locals hang out?
Yeah, it means like the people who actually live down the shore year round get to have the beach to themselves because all the people on vacation aren't down there anymore.
It's cool. I like that.
I can't believe you guys. Oh wow, I've never heard of that before.
I'm not a local down the shore, so I've never heard of it before. I'm from Central Jersey, where I'm not near the beach.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I am going down the shore in August. That's going to be my vacation time.
Awesome.
A week or two. And also, Josh Chomick is about to fly the coop.
Guys, I'm leaving the pod for a little bit.
He's leaving the Garden State.
How long are you going for?
Well, I'm gone for the next 2 months. I am back. There's 2 weeks in July where I'm home. I have off days where I will be home to do the podcast. It's like mid-July, so there'll be 2 episodes where I'm back. So I think it's like a total of like 5 or 6 episodes. I'm officially not here. Okay. So it's not that bad.
We'll be tagging Jordan in.
Yeah, Jordan's going to be taking my spot here on the pod. He's going to be sitting in this place. There's a reason why Jordan filled in all these episodes. We were prepping the young man and getting him ready for the big role he is about to take on, which is my seat, which is not easy to fill. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. So we're excited to have young Jordan in the house. Jimmy, you're going to have to put up with him. But I think we can trust you two together. But yeah, I'm going to be on tour with a band. Their name is Arizona. And we're touring with Third Eye Blind and Yellow Card all summer long. So we're going on an amphitheater tour throughout the country. So if you are a fan of any of those bands or you want to come see me if you don't live in Jersey, or if you live in Jersey, come to PNC in July. But,
or
Camden.
Very good.
Yeah, we're playing 2 Jersey dates, which is cool. But yeah, if you live across the country, look up tour dates for Third Eye Blind and come say hi to me. Because that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be chilling all summer long.
You're going to be hearing Semi-Charmed Life every night.
Which one's that? I only know. I don't really know what it sounds like. I don't even know the name of the song.
Hold on. We got to.
I'm not a real fan.
Get a little sampling here.
Third Eye Blind coming to New Jersey this summer long with the Computer Nerd 01.
You sound like a real radio guy now.
So that's where I'm going to be. What do you guys are going to miss me or what? Are you guys excited I'm getting out of here?
I'm pretty stoked.
I want to record a podcast backstage in the green room at PNC.
No, you don't. It's just that's such a pain bringing all this stuff there. That'd be funny,
I've always wondered what's behind the stage.
I mean, that could be our good Arizona interview, like we're interviewing them on the road.
What's PNC like backstage?
I've only been to PNC for Warped Tour, so like I don't actually know. I've never been there. Their backstage, but usually amphitheater backstages are pretty big, like lots of green rooms and stuff. Yeah, they're just old. So,
but I kind of like the smaller venue green rooms better.
No,
like they're more intimate.
Give me like the giant venues where there's like multiple rooms where you have space. You're not on top of everyone.
You know my favorite green room? The Fox Theater. Beautiful backstage
in Oakland, California. It's beautiful.
So are you doing Red Rocks?
Yeah, we'll be at Red Rocks. That's gonna be like that's the one venue I'm really looking forward to. That venue and obviously PNC because it's Jersey. So like it's cool to be able to work with a Jersey band and we're playing PNC, which is like a legendary amphitheater here in Jersey.
So if one of our listeners did get tickets to PNC, how would they track you down? Where can they expect to see you at the show?
I don't know. They'll just tell them to DM me, I guess, on Instagram. Or just be like, hey, I'm here and I'll come out. Like literally, I'm just gonna be running around with a camera the entire time. And we have the opening set, so be there early to catch the Arizona set. Should be around like 7ish, and then I'm free after 8:30. We can hang out. So
sweet.
Just DM me. It's really it's gonna be super chill. I'm gonna miss you guys. Hopefully, maybe I'll call into the mailbag a few times on tour.
You should. I was gonna say, is Third Eye Blind the headliner or Yellow Card?
Third Eye Blind.
Okay.
Yellow Card opens for them.
I feel like that's going to be a fun summer show.
It'll be cool, man. It's going to be an experience. It's always, it's never easy leaving for 2 months, especially with the podcast. Like, it's sad. I love being here every single week with you guys, but it's work and they got to do it. When duty calls, they need Josh Chomick out on the road.
Yeah. By the way, I got reached out to yesterday from a family member with tickets to see Chris Stapleton at MetLife Stadium.
Wait, they offered you tickets?
Yeah, I have a wedding, so I can't go. But I was so bummed.
What a buzzkill!
Chris Stapleton and George Strait. That's a show.
And they were like, "Hey, here's some tickets. You can come for free."
Yeah, family member was like, "I got 4 tickets. Anyone want to go?" And I was like,
"That sucked." Is it you don't have to say names, but is it a wedding where like you're stoked for the wedding? Or you're like, not really.
The wedding's gonna be good.
Okay, good.
I mean, the wedding's gonna be good. It's gonna be a great time. Jimmy's gonna be there.
Yep.
What's the date of this wedding?
It's this Saturday.
Oh, that's happening this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's that? The 8th?
Yeah, I will say that's one concert that, and I'm not like a concert head. I don't like I love music, but I'm not the guy waiting to go see my favorite band live.
Yeah.
You're more like that. You go to a lot of shows.
Oh, I love shows. Yeah.
But as nerdy as this sounds, George Strait and Chris Stapleton is a show I would love to go see.
It's like a summer vibes show. Like that's a show you go to see, especially at MetLife outside. That's amazing.
It's gonna be thousands of people.
Were the seats good?
I didn't even get that far. I didn't want to let myself.
You didn't want to tease yourself.
I was gonna ask, hey, how good are the seats? And I was like, no, that's a bad idea because I have a commitment.
I wonder if anyone else listening is going to that show this weekend.
1,000%.
I'm sure.
1,000%.
I got a hot take on this real quick.
Yeah.
Stadium shows, not about it. If I'm finding myself watching a screen more than the actual performers in front of me, I don't want to be there.
If I was at a stadium show, I'd want like floor seats. So
I want to be close.
Not like so far back where I'm watching them be pretty much on a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the point of a stadium.
Just the
show.
environment.
The point of the stadium show is you're around 50,000 other people that love the music. You're singing together. You're having a good time. And the artist is there with you in the flesh.
Maybe I just like have bad luck, but it always seems like I end up standing like right next to the most annoying person.
Yeah.
Maybe you are that annoying person.
That's also possible.
That someone's standing next to.
So that's the plan though. Josh is going on tour. He's going to be living it up all around the United States of America, which is cool.
Yeah, maybe you guys can come on a little bus tour. Get a tour of my bus when I'm in Jersey. I'm hoping I can get you in, Sobes.
Yeah, I want to do a date night at PNC, so let me know.
Yes.
Let me know about tickets.
Yes, once I find out about my guest list privileges, I will see if I can get you on. And if anyone listening wants to come, just hit me up and maybe we can meet up.
I'm trying to sing Ocean Avenue.
There's a place.
Yeah. Last time I saw Yellow Card, they were at my high school in 2007. So it's going to be a full circle moment for me.
Are you going to go up to William Ryan Key and be like, hey, I saw you play at my high school?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to say.
Are you actually?
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know.
How often am I on tour with Yellow Card? Of course I'm going to say that.
Can I ask you a question about touring artists?
Yes.
Yellow Card's a mid-sized band, I would say. Would you say the same, or are they huge?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I would say mid-sized.
Does a band like Yellow Card make enough money to be good forever?
Probably with all the royal. Think about how long they've been doing it for. What, like over 25 years now, something like that. So they probably have like so much money built up over time, and from all the big tours they've done.
Yeah, and just Ocean Avenue alone.
Yeah.
I just always wonder because the music industry is weird.
Yeah,
These guys are all on big labels, and
It's hard to make money. It's so hard to make money.
and a lot of times I think people aren't smart with their money too, right? You're a young
You
kid
get so
and you
easy
get
to blow it,
thrown.
yeah, especially when you're young. So maybe Yellow Card did that when they were younger. I don't know, but
I think that show is going to be great because the pop punk heads from, like the people that graduated high school in 2003 that love Yellow Card and Third Eye Blind are going to come in heavy.
yeah, I'm thinking about that for this tour. It's like who goes to a Third Eye Blind concert? Like, what's the age range?
Someone
here?
in their mid to late 30s that
Even older.
older people too. But I think it is going to be people like 36 to 42 would be my prime demo.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
and then the small batch of Arizona fans.
Yeah, I mean you'll get some Arizona, and Arizona's fan base is younger too.
Yeah.
College.
Like we'll have college to but even a college up until like 40s, 50s too. So it's kind of like all over the place too. So it's kind of perfect.
And Yellow Card's bigger than they've ever been right now.
Really?
They're huge right now.
What happened? They blew up?
There's just like this early 2000s like music revival right now, and Yellow Card's like it's like spearheading it. It's weird.
Everything's cyclical.
Yeah.
It all comes back. So, Josh, well, have a good time on tour, man. We're gonna miss you.
If you guys need anything, I'm always a phone call away.
Yeah, I don't think we will call you.
Well, just letting you know, I'm always a phone call away.
That's
Josh.
not true. A lot of times on tour, you have
FaceTime.
your phone on.
You
Do
guys are
Not
going to call me,
Disturb.
Josh, the camera's not working. The camera overheated.
Maybe,
No one laughed.
maybe not. I mean, like we could figure that out. You're replaceable.
Sure.
Guys, let's do a little weekend recap before we get into some news. Weekend recap. Josh, you had mentioned over the weekend you were golfing again.
Yeah, typical. I was golfing. I was at a wedding.
Yeah, but where'd you go golfing? Crystal Springs.
What day is it today?
Today's Thursday.
Oh, yeah. I went to Friday. I played Ashbrook, and then Monday I played Crystal Springs.
What's Crystal Springs like? For those listening, Crystal Springs is a golf course, fancy golf course up near
It's up in Hamburg.
in Hamburg, New Jersey.
Sparta area.
Sparta area.
It's gorgeous. It's like one of the hardest public golf courses in Jersey. Brutal.
I thought Crystal Springs is a part of the resort of like the Mountain Creek Resort.
I don't think so. No, like they're their own like Crystal Springs Resort type thing. So it's like a hotel, spa, golf course, full package pretty much. They have like 5 different golf courses.
Nice.
So yeah, I just found like a hot deal online for a super cheap tee time at 6:30 in the morning. So like no one's like I'm not waiting on anyone. I'm done by like 10:30, 11.
I've never heard somebody say hot deal out loud.
Oh, no, literally on the app I use to book
It
golf.
says hot deal?
It's called Hot Deals. So
That's
you
hot.
click Hot Deals and it shows you hot deals that are available. So like it's like discounted tee times. And then it was funny because Josh and I were doing a TikTok live on Monday, and someone in the chat was like, "Yo, were you at Crystal Springs on Monday?"
Yeah, that was really funny.
He's like, "I was in the tee time ahead of you guys." I'm like, "Oh yeah, we kept hitting up on you guys because you guys are slow."
Jimmy?
It was my birthday weekend. So I just
True.
hung out with a lot of people,
Not us.
got a lot of dinner.
His real friends.
I don't know. I asked you. Wait, hold on. You were invited to one of my birthday dinners and you didn't go.
One of his birthday dinners.
When?
Taco Tuesday with Nate and Alyssa.
Jimmy, I couldn't make it that day, and also it wasn't an official birthday dinner. No one said anything.
That's what I was told
Okay.
by Nate and Alyssa.
What did you do for your birthday though?
My birthday, I took off from work. I recorded the podcast, got my hair cut, played tennis with my friend Olivia, saw my friend Mark and his babies, which is cool. And then I had dinner with my parents.
Where did you guys go?
We went to this place in Bordentown. I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but it was an Italian
Bordentown.
spot and it was really good.
Nice. Sounds like a great birthday.
It was a great birthday. Got to see you guys.
Well,
Very
wait,
nice.
that's not too exciting. Don't lie.
I actually this weekend went up to historic Waterloo Village.
Ooh, Waterloo Village Historic Site.
Yeah, which is home of the Morris Canal. Is that what it's called, Jimmy?
Yeah, the Morris Canal runs right through there.
And the Morris Canal feeds a lot of big lakes like Lake Apacon and
Yep. Cranberry Lake.
Cranberry Lake. and it is just so beautiful up in Sussex County. It's beautiful. I think I'm moving. I was up in Stanhope, New Jersey. So that might be the move.
I was there too.
Yeah, that's right. I saw you at that wedding.
I saw you there. Didn't interact, but yeah, I was like, yo, that's Soaps from the Garden State. It was a beautiful wedding though. I love that venue. Probably brought back memories for you.
That's where I got married. Yeah, so it was weird being 3 years later being back on the same site.
I was like, that's where Sobo stood.
Have you guys been back since then, just for like a hike around there or anything?
No, haven't been back. We always say we're going to,
Yeah.
but we just haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, it was good to be back. Hey, we had elections this week. A lot happening there. Did you guys hear that a deceased man was elected?
No,
Yes,
I did not.
what's his name? Yes, how did that actually work? He passed away a month ago, I think.
Yeah, here, I'm just going to Google it and find an article. It says, dead man running, deceased congressman wins election in New Jersey. So basically this gentleman suffered a heart attack on April 24th and he died.
Mention his name just so people know it.
Yeah, so it was Rep. Donald Payne Jr.
Okay.
So basically what happens is there's a filing deadline for a primary campaign and it's in March. So he was the only candidate registered. So he won. So what happens now is they have to wait, I think, a 4-week period to find somebody else. But he won he's deceased and he wins. The headline literally says, deceased congressman wins election in New Jersey.
Wow.
Dead man running.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's honestly.
Literally, like, dude, he made it and he has no idea. It's so sad.
It's kind of interesting how that could happen. I mean, I guess when you're the only person on the
But
ticket,
once he's dead, though, like, they can't remove him from the ticket legally? Like, I don't understand
know.
why they can't just be like, all right, this man passed away. Obviously, why would people vote for him still?
Maybe because they knew he was the only person on the ballot. Maybe it was just like in memory they wanted to honor him. And
Kinda
they were
crazy.
voting for other people, so they were like, let's just vote for him.
A lot of people just like vote right down the line too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's
not even reading who they're voting
That's
for.
the other thing. People definitely don't even know who they're voting for, which is an issue.
They see their
society.
party and they're just like, all right, we're gonna go with this.
Yeah, and in some ways I don't blame people for not knowing who they're voting for because it can be really hard to keep up with all the local shenanigans going on.
Oh, always, yeah. Did you guys go vote on Tuesday or no? Putting everyone on the spot. I did.
I've never missed a voting day. I missed this one.
Yeah, I missed this one too.
Jimmy, what's wrong with you?
I wasn't in
Guys,
my
you know how
town of
important
residence.
voting is for this nation in this country?
The primary. I'm going to vote in November.
Well, honestly, I think a lot of people skipped out. I went to my polling place and I changed my address this past year, so it was a new spot for me. And I walk in, there was no one there. So
Really?
What time did you go?
I don't know, like 12.
Lunchtime.
That's usually like when like a lot of the old timers are there anyway, but there was no one there. And I was like, maybe a lot of people aren't showing up, or like some of my friends didn't even know it was election day. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of people like skip primaries because they just don't care.
I think people also are kind of losing hope.
Oh yeah, people are like, it's not worth it anymore,
Yeah, what am I voting for?
which is very unacceptable. You need to always
You
vote.
got to vote. Yeah, you got to vote. It's
Well,
your right.
And you got a cool sticker too. So I got a sticker.
When
Rock
you-
that all day.
When you look at like the percentage of people who are eligible to vote that actually do vote, it's like kind of terrifying.
Oh, it's very low, right?
It's extremely low.
Yeah, I mean,
It's such an awesome privilege to be able to go and vote. Also, it's so much fun.
yeah. So you got to vote, and we'll all vote in November. We'll talk about it together. We'll talk about our presidential picks here live on the podcast.
We're going to talk about our presidential picks. If the
No, I think-
podcast wants to hear our presidential picks,
No,
we'll do
I
it.
think we might lose some listeners. Should we do that?
Why?
Because I'm just a big Ralph Nader guy. No, I mean, I was trying to think of a random candidate from years ago.
You guys always like write in your candidates anyway, which is crazy because they're never going to win.
You remember when Ralph Nader just kept running?
How's Nader doing nowadays?
He's 90 years old.
90.
Yeah.
What is he up to? You think he's just chilling? Or is he still doing a lot of political things?
He's tweeting.
He knows how to use Twitter?
Who knows?
All these politicians know how to use Twitter.
Or do they have someone typing it for them?
They have someone typing it for them.
That's boring.
Yeah.
Not Trump.
I think he might be the only one doing it himself. That you say it.
And there's a reason why you
Oh,
shouldn't.
man. All right, so let's get into some news here on the podcast. What do you say?
I say we get into some of the news. What do you say, Jim?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we got a good lineup here. And you guys were talking before we started the podcast just about another story that could potentially be added in. And I think that we've just realized how much murder there is in New Jersey. I mean, the story, I'll say it, the story that you guys, so it wasn't murder, but the story you guys mentioned was
I think it was murder.
Oh, she's dead?
I would imagine
I'm
so.
pretty sure she didn't survive. But yeah, you could just mention it.
Yeah,
briefly.
man.
We're not doing the story, so.
Tell me if I'm getting this right. A man cut his girlfriend or wife's arm off and slashed her face?
Yeah,
In front of the kid.
In front of her child.
With
So
a
it's
machete.
like people don't realize that's like every story.
Yeah. That
For us
happens
to find
much.
for us to find 5 to 7 stories that are not that is hard work.
Yeah.
And not to say we're getting numb to it. Like obviously every story is, special in its own way and it's awful. But it's just like we can't do that every single week, every
It's
time.
too depressing.
Well, I think you gotta. We have to really consider how we're collecting the news, and what we want this to be. I mean, we could go a million different directions. We could go murder every week. We can go lighthearted every week and never talk about anything serious.
Go political every week.
We could go political every week. It's like, what do we want it to be?
A lot
And
of
I think,
nature.
we want it to be a good mix where people are happy and informed and having a good time.
We haven't heard from the listeners in a long time. You guys should call into the mailbag. Let us know what stories you like the most. Like, do you guys want more murder stories? Do you want more political stories? Or do you like the format and the pattern that we're currently on? It's good to hear from you guys, and we want to be able to provide stories that you guys like to listen to. So call into the mailbag. Let us know what you want us to report on, just so we can get a better scope for it. And the number to call into the mailbag, if you don't know it, is
908 67 99 99 3.
that's the number. So shoot us a little call, ring us up, and we'd love to hear from you.
Hey, before we get into this week's episode, we want to remind you that we are live from the Vintage City offices in Elizabeth, New Jersey. The Vintage City offices has been our home for the last year, and we absolutely love it here. Whoa, Jinx. You owe me a soda. If you're looking for a place to work, let's just make up a scenario here. You're working from home right now, and you've been in that office, and your kids are running around. It's summertime. Summer's coming. They're leaving school. They're kicking on the door saying, Dad, let's play.
Go to the beach.
You know what you got to do is you got to make a phone call to the Vintage City offices and come get your spot here. It is a beautiful place to work. It's an environment that will inspire you to greater heights, greater depths, greater everything. Right, Josh Chomick? What do you think about that? You agree? If you want to get an office at the Vintage City offices, my recommendation would be that you place a phone call to 908-259-4488. That's 908-259-4488. You can call or text. Tell them you want to come by for a tour. Tell them you want to see the space. And while you're here on your tour, take a selfie in front of that green and yellow neon sign. Thank you, everybody. Back to the podcast. Let's get into the news. This is not funny when you read the testimonies of what's going on, but it is kind of funny. In Absecon Township, New Jersey, residents have filed a lawsuit over smells coming from a landfill.
So there's a landfill that just reeks, and these people are so mad.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, people are getting sick. One gentleman here said he throws up when he's walking his dog.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, just throwing up on the sidewalk just because it's that bad.
Someone said they suffered a mild stroke from the smells. Like, this is no joke. Yeah, these smells are serious stuff.
That bad?
Yeah, so it says a lawsuit filed by homeowners in an Absecon, New Jersey neighborhood alleges the Atlantic County Utilities Authority is violating federal and state environmental laws in its operation of a landfill on Delilah Road in Egg Harbor Township. So right now, homeowners are seeking an injunction to stop operations at the landfill while the process plays out. One person said, I was duped by the realtor. If I had been aware of what I was up against, I would not have moved here, said Belair Lakes resident Jody McPherson. One man said he vomits several times a week after morning walks with his dog or after brushing his teeth. Another man said he suffered a mild stroke One woman questioned if a cancer diagnosis is related. So these people are suffering right
This
now.
sounds terrible.
This is bad.
Sounds like hell.
This isn't the first time something like this has happened in New Jersey. I remember a few years ago in Kearney, the Keegan landfill had a very similar situation.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What did they do to suppress it?
So I'm definitely not an expert on landfills, but I think it has to do with something of like the decomposition cycle, right? Like there's times when it's going to smell more than others, and I don't
Josh,
know.
does the article go into detail about like how far these people actually live from it, or is it they're just like walking by this landfill pretty much?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say like exactly their distance. We can assume they're pretty close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Absecon's not that big of a town.
Yeah, and one quote here says, because they operate overnight, I would say around 10 o'clock, it will be complete 15 on a scale of 1 to 10, said Ricky King Luke, which is a really cool name, by the way.
Ricky King.
Ricky King says a 15 on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 15.
That's really bad.
I'm Ricky King Luke. And his neighbors live in Bel Air Lakes, a 55 and up community about 2 miles from the landfill. So how much of this is that, do you think?
What, the 55-year-olds?
Yeah, like so you have a 55 and up community and everybody says, oh, I'm getting cancer or I had a stroke and I'm blaming the landfill. Like that seems like a little bit like
cop out.
Yeah, like that seems like common stuff that happens in 55 and up communities.
It's terrible.
No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to these people, but like, you know, one person saying, another woman said that she thought a brain tumor had returned, but it turned out to be painful headaches, which were due to breathing in toxic gases.
Wow. She thought a brain tumor returned.
But see, right there, she was assuming she had a brain tumor from the landfill. It was just headaches from the smell. So I'm not saying, I'm sure this is horrible.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
it just
really
sounds, I smell it right now. It's just terrible.
bad. Something stinky about this.
Yeah, it's very stinky. So do they have a plan? Like, are they going to the town? Like, is the town trying to like fix this?
Well, before we get to that, I want to read another quote. Someone said, I'm talking about an odor that smells like feces. Very, very powerful. Strong odors that wake you up out of a dead sleep, that make your eyes water, that make you vomit, that make you nauseous, that eliminate your appetite, that basically robs you of the ability to enjoy your community and your home, said environmental attorney Pete Fontaine.
Fontaine out here with the
We
adjectives.
believe that the landfill needs to be closed and capped permanently.
Dun, dun, dun.
So a few more points here. Homeowners allege the issue has gotten worse over time, and complaints to the state and local agencies have gone unaddressed. One thing they've done is they've done testing, and it proves that the levels of hydrogen sulfide and other gases are elevated beyond regulatory limits. So there you go. There you have it. If the sulfide,
It's proven.
then they got to figure it out. But yeah. So what was your question before?
Well, now that that's proven, is like the town trying to push this landfill to be like, yo, fix your garbage right now, because people in this town can't stand it. Or like, is someone pushing them, or is it just complaints right now and the landfill doesn't care? Like, are they legally supposed to do something here?
So the ACUA issued a statement on Friday. It said they strongly disagree with the misleading statements and characterization of events set forth in the complaint filed against it on Thursday, May 23rd. They operated a comprehensive, effective, and responsible solid waste management system in service of the Atlantic County community for more than 30 years. So basically, they're just denying. They're saying, "No, we're good. You know, we were doing our due diligence, and nothing has changed." So, what do you think is actually going on here? We got a 55+ community angry.
I agree. It probably really stinks, and I feel bad for those people. But honestly, like, don't you, before moving into a spot right next to a landfill, a landfill is right there. I'm just trying to see both sides of this.
I think that's part of the issue is people's property values are going to tank, and that's upsetting. I'm sure they could move.
But also, it's like some of these people maybe have lived here for years. Maybe it wasn't as bad, and recently it got bad. Like
Yeah,
all of a
that's what
sudden,
I'm
they're starting
thinking.
to get mad. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it never was that bad.
is a landfill not a crazy thing?
It's insane.
It kind of I love like passing landfills. I'm like, wow, that's so cool how that happens. It's like a giant anthill for humans, pretty much, with just garbage on it.
How can we not figure out a better way, though? Like, there has to be
But
a
it's
better
great
way.
for the environment,
How's that?
isn't it?
What are you talking about?
A landfill?
Yeah.
You mean it's better for the environment than alternatives?
Well, yeah, isn't it just like all the, you know how you have dirt, garbage, pretty much? Like, it just doesn't
I don't
turn
think
into
it's
the earth.
great for the environment by any means.
Doesn't it decompose and like it's good for some?
I don't know.
Jimmy, what are you laughing at?
I just think it's absurd to have a statement that said a landfill is great for the environment.
What are the positive environmental effects of a landfill? There has to be a bunch.
Positive? I don't think. I think it's
Jimmy,
the,
look up a list.
I think it's the necessary evil. I think it's the best case of.
I think incineration is your best
Really?
option.
I remember
why don't we
science class,
incinerate?
we learned a
we
ton
do.
about this.
There's an incinerator right over here.
Then why do we have landfills?
Yeah. So what's
I
the
think
deal, Jim?
it's like a multi-pronged approach to trash management.
Okay. So here's my thing: is incinerate all of it. You know, there's land. If you go to, I want to say not Fords. What's the town? Port Reading, that area over there. You have a view of Staten Island where they used to have the old dumping ground, and it's now just a massive hill they've covered with dirt. Pretty interesting to see.
Where's that, in Port Reading?
Port Reading, it's on Staten Island, but you can see it right across the water.
So I looked up a list, and it says landfills can have many advantages, including reduced emissions. Landfills can reduce harmful emissions like carbon dioxide and methane by covering waste with soil. These gases can be captured and used to produce energy. So, see? Good things, guys. When landfills reach capacity and they are closed, they could be repurposed into usable land such as parks and recreational areas. Landfills provide a safe place to dispose of non-recyclable waste, which could help prevent disease and keep communities clean. So mostly just reducing emissions. So, see?
Yeah.
That's a good thing, right?
I say incinerate all of it. That's my solution. I don't know if that's good or bad or what for the environment, but I want the trash to be gone. Yeah, I want to see it.
I'll give it to you, Cho. I'm doing some
you found
reading
one?
here.
Yeah,
and
give me-
just as a sanitary landfill
No,
works
seriously,
the best.
fill in the listeners too, because everyone listening is probably like interested as well.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know how great these sources are, but it says sanitary landfill is the best option.
Well, I think you both are kind of right, because I don't think it's good for that makes it good for the environment. It's the best option for waste.
Well, and it also says recycling is like the number one, but I'm just saying for things that aren't recyclable.
Yeah, but we wouldn't go, like, if we didn't have trash, we wouldn't go make landfills because it's good for the environment. It's just a matter of its best, worst case scenario.
Well, and also, right, like you have to make sure that you're capping it properly and
It's crazy how
it
like
has a liner. And all that.
outside the U.S., like so many countries just burn their garbage. Like
Yeah,
straight
I
up in your front yard, people just burn their garbage.
I went to El Salvador and the whole place, no offense if you're
smells like fire.
if you're El Salvadoran, but the whole place smells like they're just burning trash.
They do
that's
that
many
in
countries.
the United States too. It's
Where?
crazy. When I was in Alabama this year, just everyone just burned everything.
Alabama,
It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty nasty.
I would burn my trash if I was allowed to. I mean, why not? If you had a backyard. My neighbor used to do that growing up, I think. No, that was his grass. Same thing though.
Still, that's also
Burn his
not
grass.
Yeah, he used to like make
Oh,
fires.
that must be horrible.
It had to smell terrible.
That's
Yeah.
very not allowed.
Did the
but-
town stop him?
I don't know. He was like 90. He got away with murder.
Nice. All right. Well, why don't we talk about something else nature related, because people are so interested in this landfill.
See, nature is so great.
So the state of New Jersey has proposed removing bald eagles from the endangered species list after a big rebound in their population.
They're coming back, dude.
Hey, 1776, right around the 4th of July, America's making a
Repeat
comeback.
cycle.
We're
Look
making
at that.
America's is making a comeback
The
right
bald
now.
eagles are back in town, baby.
Yeah.
Better than ever.
You know, is this symbolic? I don't know. Could be.
So like, I want to really get into this story because it's like once we take a species off the endangered list, what is that? That means like what? Like we can capture them and stuff like that?
Oh my god.
Jimmy would know.
No, I think there's like different levels. So obviously, I think the endangered species list is like the highest, but then from there, there's like it still could be threatened but not endangered.
They're endangered, not endangered.
Whatever. I thought it was pretty interesting that the federal government took the bald eagle off the endangered species list in 2007.
Oh,
So
I didn't realize that.
So we were worried about these things going away, and now they're
Huge comeback.
everywhere.
I wouldn't say everywhere, but yeah. I mean, I see bald eagles
Freedom.
somewhat frequently.
Could I get one as like a pet?
I don't know.
Jimmy, you saw that dead one in a tree, right?
I did see a dead bald eagle in a tree.
What if we got a bird for the studio in a little cage?
I was thinking about this already, but it's impossible because we're not really here that much throughout the week.
How
So
often do
we'd
you
have to
feed
get
them?
like someone to feed it
How often do you feed it?
every day,
What if we got
like a human.
a fish for the studio?
A fish would be great because, well, every few days you got to feed
Right
it,
here, a fish.
like a little fish bowl.
Yeah.
But you have to feed a fish every few days. So as long as you come here, or unless you take the fish home for Junie, then she has a little fish, and then you just bring it into the studio.
That's too much work.
Yeah, you don't want a fish.
She would probably try to pull it out of the bowl. Anyway.
Honestly, fish tanks are freaking awesome, though. I was a fish tank guy. Growing up. Yeah.
You had a big collection.
No, not a big collection, but I had a good like little cube in my room with the filter and everything. It was really cool. I had like a sucker fish. He cleaned the tank for me. You know a sucker fish?
Yeah.
Dude, they're awesome because they clean the tank for you.
Well, maybe we can get a bald eagle too. I mean, that'd be kind of cool because they are back.
Yeah, they're not endangered anymore.
Read the article.
Yeah, so it says New Jersey proposed Monday removing the bald eagle from its endangered species list, citing a rebound since more than 4 decades ago, when a single nesting pair in a remote county were the only of its kind in the state.
That's crazy.
That's how far we've come. There were 2 in a nest. And a question though, okay, here's one thing I wonder, and I don't know how this works for animals. Wouldn't that infer that there's a lot of inbreeding in the eagle population, and wouldn't that have impact on their?
I would imagine that they probably reintroduced other bald eagles from around the country.
But
Yeah,
bringing them in town.
Yeah, they brought them into this area. That would be my guess.
The turnaround stems from the work of volunteers and state professionals who nurtured hatchlings, guarded nests, and educated the public. State Environmental Commissioner Sean LaTourette said in a statement, the proposed rule to delist the bald eagle as an endangered includes the osprey, which is considered threatened as well. So the osprey is getting off the list. Wow. That's pretty cool. The proposal means the bald eagle, the national symbol of the United States, and the osprey have recovered to the point where the survival of those species is no longer in jeopardy, according to the department.
Let's go.
The delisting of eagles and ospreys is a milestone in the history of the wildlife conservation in New Jersey, LaTourette said. So we're back, baby.
That's amazing. This is a beautiful comeback story for the bald eagle.
We're back. A few notes here. So the federal government removed the bald eagle from its list of endangered species in 2007. New Jersey kept the bird on the state list because of disturbances to nests and habitat threats. The use of insecticide DDT, as well as a habitat destruction, played a significant role in the bird's decline. So the chemical had lasting impacts on the food chain because it was ingested by the fish the eagles and osprey ate, making the shells of eggs too thin. That's crazy to think about.
Interesting.
So they were spraying this chemical, and fish were being impacted by it. Mm-hmm. Eagles were eating the fish, and then their eggs, as a result, were too thin.
It's crazy how everything connected like that.
Yeah, it's the older I get, the more I'm team get rid of all these chemicals. As a young man, as like a 7-year-old, I was very much like, pesticides, let's do it.
Well, too bad because you already got chemtrails in the sky falling right down. So even if you get rid of the chemicals on the ground, you got them in the sky.
There's a big
Cloud seeding.
There's a big chemtrail community online now.
Oh yeah, 100%. I bet it. No one trusts the government.
I don't know if they're into the idea that it's chemicals or just cloud seeding.
Either or.
But the cloud seeding thing
bad.
is interesting. I know we've talked about this before. The cloud seeding thing is interesting because when the Dubai thing happened,
Flooding in Dubai was bad.
and every article the next day was like every headline said the same thing. Like the flooding has nothing to do with cloud seeding.
Yeah,
And
they
I'm
were
like,
denying it. I
I'm
was
like,
like, I don't
you know
know if
what?
I believe that.
Part of me, now that you're all saying it, is thinking like maybe it does have something to do with cloud seeding.
Maybe we don't need to be cloud seeding. Maybe like the rain will come naturally.
Well, not in the desert, but
Hey, you never know though. It's 2024.
true. Could mix things up. So as of 2023, there were 267 nesting pairs of bald eagles in every county in New Jersey. That was up from a single pair in southern Cumberland County in the 1980s. So New Jersey began to try to reverse the decline in the early 1980s by bringing the eagles from Canada along with artificial incubation and fostering efforts, the department said. Hey, one quick note. I don't want my bald eagle to come from Canada.
You don't want a Canadian bald eagle.
No.
You want an American bald eagle.
I want one found in Montana. I want one that is ripping apart a moose. And we're saying, bring him into Jersey. That's an American
icon
eagle. Someone
That's
should
interesting.
make a clothing brand.
I had no idea the Canadians were a part of this.
that was a really good job.
But one thing it says there was 200 something mating pairs in 2023. Mm-hmm. What did that line say? So does that mean there's only like 500 bald eagles in Jersey? Is that the number we want to put on this? Right?
There's probably more. I don't know how they measure a mating pair.
But like nonetheless, that's like say at max, there's like 1,000 bald eagles. That's still super rare to find one.
Yeah, but think about now that there's that many. So let's say there's 267. How many eggs does a bald eagle have a year? What do you guys think?
I don't know.
I would say
That's a really fun
5.
question.
Bald eagle
Eggs. Egg numbers.
egg production. So bald eagles usually lay 1 to 3 eggs per year,
Oh, okay.
but can sometimes lay up to 4. So let's just say an average of 2,
Yeah.
right? So the population's going to then double every year.
Yeah, it's just going to keep growing and growing.
So at that rate, you're talking like 20 years from now, you got 1 billion bald eagles.
Have you ever seen a bald eagle in person in the wild?
No,
I don't
I
think I
haven't.
have. I don't think I have.
I just saw one yesterday. And by yesterday, I mean Saturday.
Where?
I was walking on a trail.
Are you sure it wasn't like a pigeon or something?
I was walking on a trail, and up ahead of me, there was this guy sitting with this huge telescope. And I was like, oh, I wonder what that guy's looking at. And then I got closer to him, and on the back of his shirt, it was like Project Bald Eagle official observer or something like that.
Wow.
And then I looked to my left.
What
and
are uniform to wear?
I saw a nest in a tree, and I saw a bald eagle there.
How big do you think the bald eagle is?
Huge.
Yeah.
It's a big bird.
If it's just standing there, it's what, 3 feet tall?
Yeah, but like its wingspan, I think it's like something dumb.
I want to see that in person so bad. It's such a majestic animal.
Yeah, its wingspan can get up to like 7.5 feet. Wow. It's a huge bird.
It's pretty cool.
Terrifying. Wouldn't want to get attacked by that.
I would, so I could defeat it.
Yeah, right. The thing's going to chop your eyes out.
Then I become president. I heard that's how that works. If you defeat a bald eagle, automatically you're on the ballot.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's keep it moving here. Shout out to the bald eagles. Hey, everybody! If you're a nature lover, that's something to celebrate.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy, what park was it at so people can go find the bald eagle?
It was along the DNR Canal State Park.
At what point?
Which is 70 miles long.
Yes.
I don't know if you're allowed to report nesting locations. I don't know if that's permitted.
What? So you're not allowed to say where this was?
I don't know.
Dude, don't they have like live streams online of like eagles and stuff? Like we mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
If you go on YouTube right now, just type in like bald eagle live stream, like you'll have like a nesting video. It's kind of crazy how they set up those webcams.
You guys ever eat an eagle egg?
No.
That's not illegal.
Oh shoot! I thought it was connected to Bluetooth. I'm thinking about Nacho Libre right now when he eats the eagle egg, and it doesn't give him the powers that he.
I only watched it once. I don't know.
Oh man, it's great. He's like, those eagle eggs were a lie.
Wait, do people actually eat those though?
No, I was gonna make a joke. Can you eat an eagle egg? But I guess that's probably illegal, considering they're endangered. All right, let's keep it moving.
This next one's huge.
This is a big story for the tri-state, not just the Garden State. Lawmakers have announced an indefinite pause in congestion pricing, saving commuters upwards of $15
Thank God.
out of their own pockets.
Thank goodness this didn't go down. Like paying an extra $15 a day to like drive into like Manhattan is ridiculous.
So before we get too much into it, Sobo, quick recap. What is congestion pricing? Where was this taking place?
Yeah, so basically the state of New Jersey and the MTA, which is an organization of the state of New York, we're going back and forth because there are just so many cars going into Manhattan. They're trying to lower traffic. Mm-hmm. So they came up with the idea that within certain hours, the tolls to get beneath the GWB, what was the street number, Josh Chomek?
Wasn't it like around
60
something, yeah?
66.
Yeah, in the
something like
60s. Would there'd be an increased toll during peak hours. So The additional charge would have been $15 for cars, and for trucks, it would have been between $24 and $36, depending on the size. So this is just a really on-the-nose sort of way for the state to limit traffic. That was the goal. They want to get less cars driving in and out, more people using public transit. And there was just a lot of strife on both sides because the state of New Jersey wanted to see more money. They were worried about traffic in the communities, over near Edgewater. And now we're at the point where it's being paused. And my suspicion is this will be paused until the election is over.
Yeah, wait until after November, then they're going to bring it back. Everyone wants their votes.
What I'm confused about, right? So this is the governor of New York who stopped this.
Yes, Kathy Hochul.
However, I have some friends who live in New York City, and I saw some of their social media posts, and it seems like a lot of people in New York City are mad that this isn't happening.
Well, because they probably want less people coming into the city.
Exactly.
And most of these people probably don't even drive, so they don't care. They don't want it.
So it just surprises me that the governor of New York was the one who put a halt to this. Another thing that we got to talk about here is they invested all that money in all these readers.
Was there ever a number put on that, Jim? Did we ever find out how much that costed?
I don't know, but I can only imagine that it is millions and millions of dollars. And now it's like, we might just never use these.
Well, no, their plan is to probably use it after November. Watch.
We'll have to wait and find out.
Everyone wants their votes, and then
But again, that's what I'm saying. I don't think New Yorkers are the ones who were complaining about this.
Well, no. Well, Jersey, everyone was raising hell in Jersey. No one wanted it.
Oh, exactly. But what does that affect the votes for the New York governor if New Jerseyans are mad about it?
Is Hochul up for re-election this November?
That's the question.
I think she has another. I think this is like I thought she was elected in 22. Well, she wasn't.
Her current term ends on January 1st, 2027. So yeah, you're right. She's not even up for election. So
maybe this is a political move on a larger scale for other politicians. I don't know. I could see why New Yorkers would be mad about it, but also I think it's. I see both sides of this. I see why a New Yorker would be like, I want less cars on the street.
yeah.
Especially if you don't have a car and you just walk and ride your bike, you want the streets to be emptier. So,
but why is your solution for those hardworking people to be
no one
to
cares.
pay more?
No one cares about anyone else. Everyone
Like
just
you're
cares
on,
about
like,
themselves.
I want you off the street, so I hope that the state charges you more money. Like, what kind of a thought process is that?
It's sickening.
Why not? Why don't both of those people go to the state and say, "Hey, make public transit better"? Why don't you guys invest money in New Jersey Transit?
Yeah.
The MTA's got all this money. I don't know where it all goes. The subways have been the same for the last 20 years.
Nothing has gotten better.
Longer. The subways have been, if you watch an episode of Seinfeld, the subways look exactly the same since 30 years ago. I just feel like, they're fighting the wrong battle there. But the news that New York City's congestion pricing plan was put on hold is welcomed by New Jersey drivers. State lawmakers have been fighting on behalf of New Jersey families who have been impacted by New York State's planned program. The approximately 400,000 New Jersey residents who commute into Manhattan each day would have been affected. They not only couldn't afford this, but they also couldn't afford another $15 a day tax out of their pocketbook, especially with what they pay right now in New Jersey to get across the bridge and through the tunnel, or to pay to park on the way to work, said Rep. Josh Gottenheimer. New York's Governor Kathy Hochul has directed the MTA to indefinitely pause a planned system that would have generated $1 billion a year. $1 billion a year.
It's so crazy when you do the math. It's stupid.
$1 billion to the government a year.
Yeah.
Off the backs of regular people.
Yep.
Where does that money go?
Definitely, they say it's going to get better. It's going to help with public transit, but it's not going to help a thing. It's going to go into everyone's pockets. That's what it's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money. $1 billion is a lot of money that you could do a lot with. It's amazing how these people, regular people like you and me, regular people, can pull strings that can move $1 billion.
I mean, like, I already don't want to drive into the city as is with how expensive tolls have gotten. Like, I can't imagine with an extra 15 a day. Like, that's ridiculous.
Well, that's the point here. The point is they're working to manipulate the public's decision making by hurting their pocketbook. That's all. That's
ridiculous, dude.
And I mean, I don't think maybe it'll go through after November. I don't know. I think I would love to know if Kathy Hochul ever drives around the city, or if she just is in a government car
She's in
with,
her own little bubble, dude.
with its own easy
she
pass
has no
on it.
idea what's going on.
What is Kathy Hochul's background, by the way?
I'm not sure.
Like, is she like a career politician?
That's a great question.
It just says she's a politician. I don't know. You know, the solution is not going to come from these politicians, though.
The solution. Nope.
The solution not coming from. It's not coming from Albany. Is that where their state capital is?
Yes.
Albany.
And Kathy's all over the place. All her takes are kind of, I don't know.
So we'll have to see what happens in November. It's June now. Thanksgiving is coming quick, and when we get to Thanksgiving, we'll talk about it.
Can we also talk about how your state is named New York? You have a city named New York in that state, and you're like, Albany's a good place for the state capital.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know how that. I've never understood how that happens.
I mean, Albany's pretty cool, right? I've only driven through. What's wrong with it?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think it's hilarious that like the biggest city in the world is not the state capital.
Yeah,
New York. The city's so nice they named it twice.
that's crazy.
The
It's crazy
second-
how that works like that.
The second name is Manhattan.
That's wild.
Hochul was
Michael
born
Scott.
in Buffalo, New York. The second of 6 children.
Very cool.
I'm so happy I learned that today.
You're welcome. Now you know.
All right, so let's move on to something a little bit darker here. Not
Okay.
sorry, I don't mean to be like the Grim Reaper, or the bearer of bad news, but we got to keep this train on the tracks.
Yes, sir.
Tell him to bring out my money.
Sorry, wrong one.
What do you mean to click?
I got the goal. I didn't know that was there.
We got to keep this New Jersey Transit train on the tracks.
Yes,
We got to
yes.
keep it going through the station. Nice.
It's been a while.
We got to bring this.
I got to
soundboard
use
back.
this before I'm gone. You know, like I'm just trying to take advantage.
Yeah. So this is out of Toms River, New Jersey. In Toms River, New Jersey, a man was found dead on a boat doing circles in the Raritan Bay.
This is so sad.
Like you can go into the article. Actually, I have takes, but you can go into the article.
Yeah. So
first.
let's read the article and we'll talk
Yeah.
about it a bit. State police have confirmed that an Ocean County man died while boating in the Raritan Bay off Sayreville on Monday afternoon. On June 3rd at approximately 1:53 p.m., troopers responded to a report of an unresponsive individual on a vessel traveling in circles in the Raritan Bay in Sayreville Borough, state police said. It appears the boat was doing circles in the bay when witnesses called 911. However, the boat had grounded itself by the time troopers arrived. The individual on board, identified as Kenneth Halverson, 53, of Toms River, was taken to a local hospital and later pronounced dead. The incident remains under investigation and no additional information is available now. A GoFundMe was created to help with funeral expenses for the man whose nickname was Big Dog.
Big Dog.
Our father was a wonderful man who helped many people, so we'd like to give him the send-off he deserves. We appreciate everyone who donates, no matter the amount. The GoFundMe read. As of Wednesday morning, June 5th, almost $6,000 had been raised at the GoFundMe. So if you'd like to donate to this family, we'll put this GoFundMe in the bio on our Instagram.
Oh yeah, and the description of the pod.
In the description of the podcast. But
You got to think like it sounds like he was driving his boat on a leisurely cruise afternoon in the Raritan Bay, and I guess maybe he had a heart attack or he passed out or something, and then the way he fell, I guess the boat was positioned to the right. That's why it was just doing donuts.
Yeah, it sounds like that was the case. I mean,
And it eventually just grounded itself by hitting something.
it's very young, though, for this to be happening. 53 years old.
Yeah, it's very sad.
53, yeah, that's true. I keep thinking he's older. That's not old.
So they're at $12,650 right now. Let's try to push and see if their goal is $20,000. Let's see if we can help.
Big Dog Ken. Love that name, dude.
Big Dog.
It's a really sad story.
Very,
Yeah.
very sad. Oh man, people are words of support. Someone said, "Rest in peace, Big Dog." I guess that really was his
He was known as Big Dog.
nickname. So I don't think there's really much to dive into here. It's more just a tragic sort of story of somebody passing.
I mean, if you loved fishing, it seems like he was there's a photo with him with a giant fish. He loves fishing. I guess there's no better way to go than to go doing what you love
Yeah, on your boat.
on your boat. That's what my dad told me when I told him this story. He's like, I guess that's the best place to be.
Yeah,
As unfortunate as it sounds, the man
It's
died
like-
doing what he loves.
besides the fact that he probably has kids and stuff.
Oh, 100%.
Very
Yeah,
young-
I'm
very
not
young.
saying it's a good thing, but I'm just saying like he died doing what he loved. It's so terrible. Prayers to his family and friends and everyone who loved Big Dog. It's such a cool nickname. Legendary.
Yeah, and fishing is the photo of him. He has a big striper in his hands. Fishing can be a pretty physical when you're deep sea fishing.
Yeah.
It's a pretty physical thing.
Yeah.
Like if you have a heart issue, let's just say. I mean, I could understand how you could have a heart attack. People have heart attacks shoveling their driveways. That's like a big common cause.
Even if you're healthy, people have heart attacks just randomly sometimes.
Yep.
Anything could have, and maybe it wasn't a heart attack. Maybe it was something else. I don't know. But it's imagine like seeing that boat just doing circles. You're like, what the heck is going on here? And then finding out like the guy died on the boat.
Yeah, it's tragic. It's very tragic. So we'll put the GoFundMe up if you want to donate and support this
Shout out to Big Dog.
gentleman's memory and support his family as they grieve and make their moves forward in this hard time. Go make a donation. I'm sure anything counts. And let's move on to the last story of today's podcast. We've talked about this before, but it's, we broke this story a while ago, but
We
it's
did
back.
break it, and now it's like for some reason everyone's talking about it again. So we have to talk about it.
Giant venomous spiders are expected to invade New Jersey this summer.
The Joro spiders coming to Jersey. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I mean,
They're venomous. They're deadly. Ah.
They're actually not.
Literally, like that's what people think though. When they see a headline like that, it's so funny.
well, what's amazing to me is how now that we read the news nonstop, you realize even these big news companies love clickbait.
Oh, yeah.
They love to get a click and get some ad revenue.
I mean, like, I try to make our headlines as clickbaity as possible.
Yeah, but we're two dudes making a podcast on TikTok, man.
I say, all you got to do is capture someone's attention the first 2 seconds and you got them locked in. That's why you got to be like, deadly spiders are invading the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, but we didn't go to like journalism school
Yeah,
And-
we're just blessed and highly favored and really good at what we do. So
and ridiculously good looking.
and ridiculously good looking.
Who said that?
Ron Burgundy.
Okay.
Why do I look so good? I am so good looking.
Oh man. So this is out of Fox 29. It says New Jersey, if you have a fear of spiders, this article is not for you.
I will say,
is
despite the clickbait though, like this is a giant spider. And like, if you just have a fear of just spiders in general, like even if it can't kill you, it's a big spider. So,
I
like,
hate spiders.
people who don't like spiders. Like it sucks for you because these are big.
It's 4 inches across.
Wow.
Well, we'll go into the details, Jim. It's
pretty big.
Jumping ahead of us there, bud.
So it says if you're a Jersey resident, be on the lookout because experts say a Joro spider invasion is imminent.
Sorry.
The colorful, creepy crawlers measure 4 inches long and they have 8-inch legs.
Bro, these things are massive.
So 4 inches long would be like its head to its butt, like the center of the spider.
Ugh.
And then 8-inch legs. This thing's huge.
Yeah, dude, it's huge.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
And they can fly.
Yep.
Russell Sieb, owner of NJ Pest Control, says we can expect to see them in New Jersey as soon as the summer. It's just a matter of time when it gets up here to the Northeast because they are very cold tolerant species, said Russell.
That's
Winds
not good.
carry the spiders that thanks to a ballooning technique, which will drop them into New York and New Jersey. So the ballooning technique is when they use their silk to catch the wind and it allows them to float or fly over large distances.
So cool.
So they're basically
Such a cool spider.
They're like wind sailing
Yeah.
into New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out which day of revelation are we on today?
Right? You never
If
know.
it's not an earthquake or an eclipse, it's flying spiders. Where are the locusts?
Dude, every day in Jersey is special. This is gonna be an awesome event in a few months. I'm gonna capture. That should be our studio pet, Joro spider, in a little jar.
Absolutely not.
Yes,
I would
dude.
never come back
They're not
again.
gonna kill you.
So take a guess, unless you've already read it. Don't look at the article. Look away. How far can they travel
By air.
by wind?
All right, I'm going to take a wild guess. Say 200 miles.
Well, they're traveling up from the south right now, so I would guess like 300 miles.
They can travel 3 miles. So they probably drift.
Flying.
They probably drift 3 miles and then go back up and just keep doing it.
So Josh, before I want to get into some details with this story, but explain the whole venomous side of things so people don't freak out right away.
Yeah, so it's a great point to get into, because they are venomous. That's what the headline says. But it says these spiders are venomous, but only pose a threat to other insects. They also eat other pesky bugs like mosquitoes, yellow jackets, stink bugs, and spotted lanternflies. Which, hey, that's a good thing.
I'm saying these are great for the economy.
But here's the thing. Like daddy long legs are supposed to be poisonous.
I think they are poisonous.
But they just are too small to bite us.
Them, yeah. Did they say like we could pick up these Joro spiders? And
I
play with
wouldn't
them?
pick one up because they are venomous.
But they can't even get through your skin. That's how weak they are.
I don't think they can actually bite us. So it is a little clickbaity. Mm-hmm. It's a little clickbaity.
But technically, they're venomous.
They are venomous though.
So I just want to talk really quickly about the spread map at the moment with the Joro spider. I've been doing some investigating into the story. So the Joro spider right now is taking over northern Georgia. We have them in South Carolina and different counties within North Carolina and West Virginia. So they are slowly making their way up the East Coast. And I wonder if Jersey's going to look like this one day.
I say we light them on fire, flamethrowers.
They're why? They're not. They're helping us kill spider lanternflies.
So where are they? Madman. Yeah, but where are they from? Like, where's the origin of these Joro spiders?
A lab in China. I don't know.
East Asia.
Do you think
they came over on like a shipping container?
I'm sure.
I've heard
probably
that
on a
happens
shipping
a lot.
container. Yeah.
They are really disturbing looking. I'm just going to say it for the listeners. They're
but if they can't kill us, like, let's go.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Josh. Tell me.
I think I would love. I honestly. They say it's an invasion, but is it bad because they kill spider lanternflies? So like, I think the only invasion is seeing them everywhere. But like, whatever. It's just a spider that's not going to hurt you.
Who knows? I don't know. It's hard to know because we'll only know down the line. Same thing as the eagle eggs with the spray. Maybe in a few years we'll see some impact on crops or something else because of them. But for now, it seems they're harmless, and it's going to be a Joro spider summer.
I'll be following the stories while I'm away, but hopefully, like, I don't know when they're going to come up here, but I think it's pretty cool. Like, I'm not freaking out over it.
Yeah, it's going to be legendary. Maybe we'll get one for the studio.
That's what I'm saying.
And with that, that's our last story of the week, Josh Chomick.
Mm-hmm. 4th of July is coming up.
4th of July is on its way.
Did you get your shirt yet?
Yeah. I did.
I'm asking the listeners. You obviously have one because you were in the modeling photos.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, get your 4th of July shirts. Seriously, you want to be the coolest one at the barbecue this year? You want to look really ridiculously good, like Josh Sobo in his shirt? You can buy one today at thegardenstate.com. Make your purchase. Support the Garden State too. Yeah. Support the movement. We thank you to everyone who's already made an order on their shirts. Shipments are already going out. People have already gotten their shirts. So get them quick, get them early before the 4th so you could rock it at your summer barbecue. I'll definitely be wearing mine this year. Yeah. And they come with a cool sticker. Oh, yeah. And Josh made these really cute little stickers. It's actually the same logo that's on the front of the shirt. Sick. It's awesome. Go get one at thegardenstate.com. And we will see you next Friday morning. Boys, it's been real. I'll be back in like 4 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Josh, travel safe, my brother. Thank you. Well, people say travel safe. I really have no control over it, but thank you. Try not to have too much fun. Hopefully pray for the bus driver that he doesn't pass out or anything like that. Because he has our lives in his hands. So it's always the bus driver. I give so much credit to these bus drivers who drive in the dark all night long. These long drives. I'm praying before bed every night. I'm like, please stay awake. It's really insane. All it takes is for a bus driver to have a heart attack or pass out, and then everyone's dead. Or not to get dark here, but that's just the reality of it. You hear about bands getting into bus crashes and stuff like that. It's terrifying. And like I'm just in my low coffin bunk, being like, all right, this might be the end. Who knows? Well, let's hope it's not, and we will. I hope I'm back. I think this is a good opportunity for us to kind of rest and revisit the Garden State and see what is the plan for the fall. How is this podcast about to change? Because I think we've outgrown our boots
around here. I think we have a system down that works, and it's time to grow.
Does that mean you guys are going to replace me with Jordan? Is that what you're trying to say?
Maybe we'll replace you with Bill Spadia. Maybe I should ask.
He is your friend now.
Should we get some like crazy guests to come on?
Well, I was just going to say, I think we should restart Garden State Legends.
Yeah, we want to do that, but Josh is leaving.
You guys should just do it without me.
I'll do an interview.
Like, I don't care. Like, if you guys want to, but up to you guys.
Okay, we'll see. We'll have to figure it out. All right.
I'm editing the pod while I'm gone, by the way, guys. So
you're watching everything.
Yeah, I'm seeing everything. I'm cutting everything I don't want to be said out. So you guys got to watch what you say. And I want the listeners to know that.
All right, cool. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. We'll see you next Friday. Have a great week and a great weekend. Later.
Bye.
Later.
You're listening to the Garden State. The Dirty Jers.